Hello, good morning once again, class 9. So today our topic will be coordinate geometry about quadrant. We are going to learn about Cartesian and their quadrant. So today we are going to learn about Cartesian coordinate. So in a rectangular Cartesian coordinate system, let's say this is a rectangle shape. The paper is rectangle shape. So to fix the position of a point in a plane, let's take two fixed perpendicular. There is one is horizontal, and this line we said as x axis, and another perpendicular that is intersecting horizontally. This is known as y axis. So when we measure any point, the initial point, the starting point is always 0, and this is known as initial point, and it is always 0, and let's indicate it as O. And this direction, let's say this is x, and the opposite direction there is x dash, where this x one will be positive. 1 2 3 4, let's say up to 5. This is all positive. And the opposite side, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, let's take up to minus 5. Minus opposite side of x is all negative. This is negative. And y axis upside, let's say this is 1 2 3 4 5. The side will always be positive. And y dash, that is opposite side of y, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, let's say minus 4, minus 5. So before this, let's say order pair. Order pair let's say x and y. So the first one we always call it this one as abscissa. Abscissa. And the second one is the y. Y is known as coordinate. This is x is abscissa, and y is known as coordinate. And if you look at this Cartesian plane, this part is known as this. It is divided into 4 quadrants. There is 1 2 3 4, and this one is first quadrant. This is second quadrant. Third quadrant. This is fourth quadrant. So in every of the quadrant we will have an order pair that is x and y. This x and y. The order pair will always be positive, that is x and y. So x direction, let's say there is one point here, there is a point here. So if you are going to plot it, this one, let's say x is 3, this is positive side, 1 2 3 3, and y is, it is in this quadrant, so y is upside, so it will be positive. Let's say this is also 3, and both are positive. This is positive and positive, the quadrant x y. And second quadrant, in second quadrant, the order pair, let's say x y. So if there is a point anywhere on this quadrant, then as we can see it, if x will be, it's the opposite side of vertical line, so this one will be negative. Let's say this is x is equal to -2, and y since it is upside of the line, it will always be positive, so this is y is plus. So let's say this is also 3 plus 3, so here it will be positive and positive. And in the second quadrant it will be x will be minus and y will be positive. And now in third quadrant, let's say the order pair is x and y, and if there is a point anywhere around here, or let's say here, so looking at the Cartesian plane, it is the opposite side of x. This is x, and the opposite side is this left side, so x will be minus and y will be, since if we see here the line, horizontal perpendicular line, vertical to the vertical line, we see it is downside, denominator, let's say it is always negative, since y is 1 2 3, it's all minus, so y also will be minus. So here in third quadrant it will be both minus. And in fourth quadrant, the last one, fourth quadrant, the order pair x y. And again, let's suppose a point around here, then looking at this point, we see that it is the right side of 0, that is x is positive, whereas y, as we can see it, it is downside, so it will be negative, so the sign will be plus minus. So from this Cartesian, we observe that in first quadrant, the point lies, if the point lies in the, we observe that number 1, if point lies first quadrant, then the sign of its coordinate are of the form plus and plus, positive and positive. And number 2, if a point lies in second quadrant, we observe that the sign is minus and plus. And number 3, if a point lies in third quadrant, we see that, we observe that the sign is minus and minus. In fourth quadrant, we observe that the sign is positive, negative. So let's solve some question to see all these things. So let's say question is, let's say example 1, a given order pair, let's say is 3 and 4. So in which quadrant it will lie, and let's try to observe it, this one in the Cartesian plane, or let's locate it, this point in the Cartesian plane. So since as we have learned in the previous one, always x and y is an order pair. That's the first one will be always x, and the value will be x is 3, and y is the coordinate, and this one will always be the second one. So this will be y is equal to 4. So in the Cartesian plane, this 1 2 3 4 5, this is x, and this is y axis, y, and this is y, this, so will be minus 1 2 3, and the horizontal line perpendicular to vertical line, this vertical is 1 2 3 4 5, the outside is negative 2 3 4 5. Now from the given order pair 3, x is 3, so 3, and y is 4, so y is, since both are positive, this is positive side 3, and y is also positive, so it is 4. Let's take it from here, 1 2 3 4. This one is 3 by 3 and for the order pair. So here the order pair lies on first quadrant. It lies on first quadrant, that's both positive, so it will lies on, that's the order pair on first quadrant. And as we can see it, we already locate it on a Cartesian plane, this point. And for your assignment, let's try to do some question for home assignment. Question number 1, the first thing what we do is to find the point on which it lies. Here the question says, in which quadrant do the following points lie? Number 1 is -2, -3. Number 2 is 1 and 6. So we have to find out in which quadrant it lies. Question number 2, on which axis do the following point lies? Yes, is 1, 0. And on which line? There's 2 lines, vertically and horizontally. Since 1 is 0, 0 means it will lies on a line. Here there's all 1, 1, 0. So it will always lie on 0, either in x direction or y direction. So you have to find out on which axis it lies. And question number 3, locate the point given below on the Cartesian plane and also state the quadrant in which they lie. The first thing you need to do is that you have to locate it. Like example, first you have to locate it where it is, and also you have to state the quadrant in which they lie. Then you have to mention the quadrant, in which quadrant the point lies. So I hope you do it well and you submit it on time. Thank you.